We're getting better. We've got time for one more before we go. Let's see, we got an extra... Okay, we got 6. That's good. So I can upgrade shields again. Or I can have that. Yeah, let's go with that. Because I'm doing fine on 10% shield at the moment. Plus, I like a good challenge. Right, mission 5. Received an SOS from Tim and the others on the lander. Fight off the enemy and protect the lander. This is actually one of my favourite missions in the game. Maybe because they bring back the music for stage 1. Or mission 1, sorry. Which is, in my opinion, the best music in the game. And this has some of the best challenge in this stage. Here we go. And it introduces a new enemy type. Jets!
They're all over us!
Can't you shake them?
I can't get any more thrust! Damn, we're going down!
Tim, are you okay?
For the moment...
So our mission is to
Jutah,
find them
we need
and
your
save their
help.
asses.
Hurry!
My directive is to destroy this ship. I'm not here for a rescue mission.
I can't believe you! Don't you even care what happens to your teammates? Listen, Jutah, I'm ordering you. Proceed to the lander at once and repel the enemy.
Roger.
See, this is when you start learning even more about Jutah. If you remember back of the tutorial when he just destroyed the civs.
Tim,
Bloody hell, what's
open
happening
the
to Tim?
hatch. I'll stall them.
Hey, those are hard shells out there! Man! He's already left!
Good work. So it looks like one of our guys are actually defending the lander from the outside. So as you're probably knowing right now, if you remember in the tutorial, Jutah obviously blew up an entire colony full of civilians because he was ordered to. It was against what Jutah wanted, but it was an order, so he just went with it. Little did he know that that would change him for the rest of his life, and now he is who he is now. Basically, it's kind of strange, because he acts like a hired mercenary, and it sounds as if he's now classed as a hired mercenary that was originally trained by the military. But now, things have changed. He's a completely different person who's simply in it for the orders than simply living it for life itself. It's a bit cray. So yeah, these are hard shells. These guys are a pain in the butt. Because basically think of them as ships that can fight you. And they fly, so you have to jump and aim at the same time. They can be quite intimidating at first, but after some time you'll be fine. And obviously, these guys on the floor, the pink cluster lasers that they throw at you, are homing. So isn't that just great? So you have homing lasers, flying guys, and a ship that you have to protect. All in the same mission. Well, I didn't say this game was easy, did I? And you got to keep this in mind. This game was released early in the PlayStation's development cycle, which is really good. And the developers that created Silent Bomber went on to create, in my opinion, one of the greatest series of games on the PS2, the Dot Hack series. Yes, that's right, they created the Dot Hack series. Now, if you've never played the Dot Hack series, then I suggest you at least try it out if you're a fan of RPGs. It is a very JRPG-ish game, but it takes RPGs to a different level. Because it makes your RPG experience feel like you're playing an MMO when it isn't an MMO. Yet because the entire world is based in an MMO, the game plays like an MMO, but it's an RPG and it's single player. A little bit strange, but it works. And it works incredibly well. especially when the level curves for every single game is really nicely balanced. Because you don't need to play the previous game to understand the next. But if you do, it helps. Because your items carry across, your levels carry across, and even your stats carry across as well, which is really nice. Whilst if you play it from new, you're just given the default level from where the developers would expect you to be after playing the last game. So that's alright. Anyway, back to Silent Bomber and what we're doing. So we've got to get over, save Tim and everyone else on the lander. Explain, well, probably not explain why we're a little bit selfish on the whole I'm only here to blow up the ship thing, but, you know, orders are orders. We're going to see, this is basically the stage of the game now where you're going to see a lot more of Jutah's humanity trying to come back. Because you've got to think that the militarization that he went through changed him completely into what he is now. Which is a force of nature. I've already been down here. What am I doing? I need to go up here. Yeah, because effectively that bit down there is just a bonus bit. Up here is where we need to go. So the thing that I do love about Jutah's character is that when I was playing this, and obviously when I was a kid, I didn't think much of it. I just thought Jutah was a little bit hurt in the head. And that it's just something that he can help himself with, you know? But then I found out that this game has really good character development for Jutah. Even the others, members of the crew, you may not see a lot of them, but they are great crew members regardless. And they do have their own personalities, their own feelings, their own everything. Now this is the hard part of this mission, defending the lander. Because there's no specific time that you have to defend it for. All you know is that the lander has a shield, and if it goes down, you lose.
Oh no! Our shields are down to 60%!
So this is when everything gets pretty darn tough. Especially when you have hard shells, you have ships, you have everything coming at you. The hardest thing to do is not to bomb the lander, or spread your bombs anywhere near the lander whatsoever.
40%!
And it gets really bad when one of these guys friggin' See, this is the mission that give. Oh, there you
We
go.
barely made it through
Done.
that with our necks intact, huh, John? Trading shots with hard shells without wearing any armor. You're one crazy geezer.
Not as crazy as a man who charges headfirst into battle to save his crewmates.
I was only following orders.
That doesn't change the fact that you risk your own life in order to rescue us.
There you go.
Thanks.
Tim, report on the lander's condition.
Well, it's pretty messed up. It's gonna take a while to fix it.
It appears we'll have to figure out another route. Jutah, see that bulkhead right over there? I want you to go back inside the ship.
Alrighty, time to get back in the ship. But as you can see from there, just a simple thank you from saving the lander and saving your crewmates. It does start to take its toll on Jutah, because his plot is around him gaining back the humanity that he lost. We'll be seeing how he does throughout the rest of the game. We're getting C's now! This is good! As I said earlier in the playthrough, I'm not too bothered about ranks, but heck, if we can get C's, I'll take C's. Oh, if this is the mission I think it is. Ooh, this is going to be a right mission and a half. And this is why I'm going to cut the video here. Because the next mission is, best way to put it, a pain. It's long, it's a maze, and from what I've heard from other people that I know that have played this game, everyone says that this is the single moment in the game that they hate. And in all honesty, I agree because it can be incredibly tedious and incredibly mind-meldingly hard, because the next level is basically an huge maze. But I won't go into it in too much depth now, because that's next time on VGU Plays Silent Bomber. Will we be able to make it through the maze? What does Henri want us to do now that we've re-entered the ship? There's only one way to find out, and that is to tune in next time. I am Don the Expert of Calls from VideoGamesUncovered.com, and I will be seeing you on the other side.